Sayori problems. Sayori and MC are walking home in silence. Time for me to head in now.
Okay. I love you.
I love you too.
Wait,
Yeah?
are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. You know I always worry about you when you feel bad. No sense in trying to hide that from you. But I'll be alright. Don't worry about me worrying, okay? We don't want to end up in some kind of weird infinite worry loop. Take care of yourself, okay, bud? I'll be fine. And call me if you need anything.
Thank you. I will.
MC gets out of phone. You have a minute?
1 sec. So,
Can we meet up to talk about a thing?
why you always gotta meet up? We can't text. Or worse, call.
If it's a huge bother, that's okay. It's not urgent. But it is a serious thing that I'd like to talk about in person at some point.
Yeah, we can meet up. It was mostly just Josh and you. Is it like a touchy-feely subject we're gonna talk about?
Yeah, basically.
So Sayori related then.
Yep.
You think maybe we should bring Yuri along? She usually has good advice on that kind of thing.
Surprised to hear you admit that, but sure. You gonna text her?
Yeah, later.
Okay. Where can we meet?
How about the Jenny Walkley down by the water?
Okay, not too far away. When?
Give me like 30 minutes. Actually, make that 45.
Okay. I wonder where everyone is. Oh, hey guys.
Hello, MC.
Thanks for coming out. A good idea to come here, Natsuki. It's really soothing at night.
Right?
Plus, it's roughly equidistant between our neighborhoods.
So let's have it. If you drag us out here, it better be important.
Well, you know I think everything with Sayori is important.
Yeah, crank up the adorableness factor. But seriously, what is it? You got the girl through the power of our collective wisdom, and now you need more love advice.
No, not exactly. It's not quite so happy. Oh, we got Shiji. Well, I don't know. Today Sayori had another bad depressive episode. I know that her depression might not ever go away. And I know that she's going to have better days and worse days. But it's, well, I had thought that at least it would get better. But she still feels so bad. And it's so hard to watch her suffer. When it's like that for her, there's nothing I can do to help. I feel completely powerless. But I feel like I have to help because watching her just suffering is the worst. It used to be that I thought I could help her by getting her into professional treatment, but now she is getting professional treatment, so there's nowhere left to go, it feels like. There's no possible light at the end of the tunnel. There's nothing for me to do other than just resign myself to watching her feel horrible. And I'm having a lot of trouble living with that. Do you guys have any advice? You both were really helpful the last time I was wondering what to do about Sayori.
Of course we were.
Not now, Natsuki.
Right, so you want to know what to do, or...
I mean, yeah, basically. What should I do? Or how should I feel about this, at least?
I mean, it sounds to me like there's nothing you can do. You've already done everything possible. I've seen how you are with her, and I don't believe you'd miss any chance you could to make her feel good about herself.
I would not.
Yeah. And she's getting treatment and everything.
Before we proceed, you said you hoped that it would get better. Don't you think it is better?
Maybe. How would I know?
Well, before, she was in so much pain and fear that she was driven to actual suicide, or the brink of suicide, multiple times. And even aside from that, she seems to have an objective fuel for her depression now, wouldn't you say?
What do you mean?
Previously, she used to accept the information that occurred to her during a depressive episode as face value true. If it felt to her like she was worthless garbage, she believed wholeheartedly that she was worthless garbage. Now she has awareness that she is not, in fact, worthless garbage. It's just a feeling of worthlessness she has to endure. She knows now she's not actually worthless.
But it seems to hurt her less now than now when she's like that. It used to seem like it was some outside force attacking her and she'd just curl up in a ball. Now she knows it's all just in her own mind. I mean, yeah, she still goes all blank and stuff, but I think she's dealing with it in her own way.
But it still very clearly hurts her really badly.
Yes, it does. As you said, that may never go away. She might be suffering the rest of her life, and you are powerless to get rid of her depression.
So what do I do if I can't do anything? How do I feel?
Well, how you should feel is accepting all of this. Or accepting of all this. This is just normal for her now. You disagree, Natsuki?
Well, I don't disagree. I would say that he definitely needs to accept that depression is depression and Sayori might never be any better than she is now. But I don't think she's powerless exactly. Powerless to get rid of her depression, yes, but not powerless to do anything at all.
What do you mean?
Well, the bad stuff is beyond her control, right?
Right.
So that means the good stuff isn't. So maybe what you do is, when she's in a good headspace, you make those times really good for her. To average it out.
I make them as good as I can.
I mean, really good. Like, enough to bounce her awful bad feelings when she's depressed.
Well, I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but yes, Natsuki makes a good point. You can't take away her bad days, but you can give her good days. And not just normal good days, but exceptional days. Days that remind her that life is worth living. Days that will be something to grab onto when she feels lost.
That makes a lot of sense. Although I guess I need to figure out what an exceptional day is.
Well, that's up to you. You know her the best. And probably she'll want it to be stuff you guys do together, most of it.
Yeah, probably. Well, this gives me something to think about at least. Thank you, guys.
You're very welcome.
I accept payment in the form of baking equipment.
Haha, yeah, I'll get right on that. You guys want to start heading back?
Yeah, it's getting a little chilly.
Okay then. Farewell then, MC. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, Gary, we're not saying goodbye yet. We have to walk all the way back.
Oh, right, of course. Silly of me. Just in a hurry to get back is all.
That's all for now. Don't forget to send in your emails to litclub@gmail.com. Thanks to Jacinth Stakes for the Jetty CG. Minical created the non-CG art background art. As usual, credits for other assets can be found in the credits.txt file included with the game download. Thanks for play. Now, a note.
When I move out of here, I'm going to leave a note for the people who live here next. Hidden in a door frame or something, for them to discover when they least expect it. But not one with friendly greetings or a joke, or a playable game where I tell them to find a coin I've hidden somewhere. A desperate note. I have to explain to them. Everything about me, everything about my family, everything about my friends, all the things we know and see, all our feelings and longings and pain, all the solutions to all our problems, all the strange and unique ways we perceive the universe. I can't let those things die. We spent too long and worked too hard to become them. The next people have to know. Someone lived here. Miracles happened here. Of personality and knowledge and love. I'll bundle it all up, everything we wear, and pray that they will understand and carry some of it forward. And then when they find my note, they'll take a quick look at it and throw it in the trash, uninterested. Other people's lives are so boring, you know.
So I reckon something must have happened to Monica when we did that thing with Yuri, but I'm also curious to try going to that point and not doing the thing to see if it actually does change. Or if, like, if it just proceeds as if you had done the thing regardless. You know what I mean, the save and load thing. I'm not gonna hit skip because if it does just advance as if you'd done that regardless, then it would just skip right through it. Well, I guess that would answer my question then. I could just skip, and if the dialogue is different, I'll be able to read it. You know what, yeah, we'll just skip. Skip right up to that point, and then let's see if Yuri says something different for Hess not having closed the program.
You need to save and quit and then come back. Do that first, and then we'll move on.
Okay, yeah, it sticks us in this loop. Neat. Alright, that answered my question. Let's go back to the main menu. And we'll move on with the next episode. There's Monica. See, she's fine. Everything's fine. I probably should have just loaded the menu I had from before. This one. Just go here, you dumb bum. Alright. So... Oh, but is it going to... You know, I don't actually know. Maybe it doesn't matter. Choose an episode to play. Yeah, Yuri babysits. The club considers its future. Start the episode. I guess it's Monica.
Don't worry, I'll be back soon. Shobu, come away from there. That one isn't for you yet. That's for bigger kids. You might fall and hurt yourself. Come on, you can use any of the ones over here.
And that one looks fun!
Well, if you keep eating your whole dinner, you'll grow tall and strong enough to use this one really fast.
Even the peppers!
Especially the peppers. Now come on over here.
Alright!
Sorry about that. And hello again. My brother is obsessed with growing up, as you can see. Always he has to play big boy games and use the big kid equipment in the park, even when that might be dangerous for him. He always asks me what it's like to be grown up. I wish I knew myself what that was like, but he seems to think I pass for a responsible adult. An illusion it is probably best to maintain. I'm always impressed by him. He takes after my parents much more than I do. Always so outgoing, so social, playing with other kids. Sometimes I think that I must have inherited some rogue gene from some reclusive and obscure ancestor. Everyone in my family is very outgoing and friendly, except for me. My father can be taciturn, or it's a bit different than the way I am. Even my uncle is an extrovert, although he has plenty of strangeness of his own. It's quite different from mine. But enough about me. How have you been?
Just straight up ask. Truth be told, not so good, but I'm on the up and up, I suppose.
I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that it's not too serious. Or if it is, that it may pass quickly and not weigh on you.
It kinda depends on how other things go.
I really wish there were a way for us to speak more fluidly. I'll have to see if I can figure out something like that. It would make these interactions much more easy. Still, I'm glad you trust me to tell me when things aren't going well. A lot of people would just try to brush off an inquiry about their status, but this means you must think of me as a close friend, or at least someone you trust. And that's nice. I hope you get through your problem, whatever it is. I wish every day could be this leisurely. Our parents are letting us go to school in the afternoon today because they found out they're out of town until then. Obviously, my brother can't use public transportation, so I'm just babysitting until it's time for school. It's certainly a much better way to start the day. I'm neither an early riser nor a sleeper in, but the early rush to start the school day is not pleasant in any event. It's much nicer to get up casually, make some breakfast, take your little brother to the park, and have time to double-check all your school assignments. A pity every day cannot be like this. Oh, but speaking of checking school assignments, I should do that as much as I can. I brought some of my homework here so I could check it, including some of the homework that's due tomorrow, which I've already done. I have other plans for tomorrow. I'm not usually this proactive as a student, doing homework in advance and everything. But I'm going to be very busy this evening, so I needed to have my schoolwork squared away in advance. That's another reason I'm glad for the relaxed start today. Everything's been very hectic recently. This has been like a little oasis of calm. Shobu, that's not how you play with that. You have to get on the other side. There you go. I guess as much of an oasis of calm as babysitting my brother ever is. He's such a ball of energy. But I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you get to see a little bit of our families. Or my family, anyway. Of everyone in the club, I definitely have the most substantial family. To put it politely. Not that everyone else's family isn't lovely, of course. Anyway, I'll be at club later. Probably I will see you then. I hope you enjoy wherever the game takes you today. You will.
Alright, but I kinda wanna go back and pick that Monica option, so hold on. We're just gonna restart it. We're just gonna load it. We're right back to the start of the episode and skip to the choice. Yep, that's what we're doing. We're doing that. We're gonna go there. Oh, I clicked back by mistake. Start the episode. Go scan. Ask what happened to Monica. Where are you, Monica? What did you do? Where did you go? Where's Monica?
Monica? I don't really know who you might be. Monica? I'd almost totally forgotten about her. Sorry, it's one of those game things that's editing our memories. She was going to do a test or experiment of some kind relating to getting time to truly move forward again. She did warn us that she might be gone for a while, and while she was gone, the game would treat her as though she did not exist. And after not too long, we would forget she was a part of her world and act like everything was fine. But it's all supposed to be temporary. Everything will be fine and normal when she comes back. At least that's what she said. I can't remember exactly how long it's been since she went away or on whatever experiment she's doing. A few weeks? Anyway, I trust her to know what she's doing. I'm sure she'll be back soon. So try not to worry too much about her, okay? It'll all work out. Oh, I wish every day could be this leisurely.
So yeah, you wouldn't have gotten to took any other options, so I feel justified. So then I said, that's not how I remember it.
You're always so funny.
Well, sometimes anyway.
Well, we're alone together, you always are.
Well, of course I am. It's easier to be funny around you. I feel more relaxed when it's just us.
Yeah, me too. Has it always been that way for you?
What do you mean?
Like, you haven't always felt that relaxed to me, right? I remember it being kind of tense before we were going out.
Yeah, but that's just because things were weird. Other than that, I've basically always felt comfy around you. Being with you feels like home to me. Do you remember in the 5th grade when I had to go on that long trip with my family?
Yeah.
Well, after like the 3rd day, apparently I kept complaining to my parents that I wanted to see you. And they kept asking how long it would be until I got home so I could see Sayori. And then, after like a week, I started writing up elaborate plans and schedules of all the cool stuff we could do once I got home.
Oh, I remember so you gave me a big hug when I saw you again first after that trip. And then after that, it seemed like things were basically normal.
Yeah, I don't think I kept most of those plans I wrote down, but I was really glad to see you.
I know, you never hugged me when we were little kids. I remember this so well because getting a hug really stood out.
Yeah, my parents joked during the trip that really they just ought to see if your dad would be okay with him adopting you. That way I could cause less trouble during the next trip.
So what do they say now that we're together?
Oh, they seemed very unsurprised. In fact, they mentioned that story and said we've always been inseparable, so it's not very shocking.
Yeah, my dad wasn't surprised either. He just smiled slightly when I said we were dating and he said, of course you are.
I'm really glad your dad likes me. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, he is. But then he's known for you for a long time. Probably since we met, whenever that was.
How did we meet? It happened so long ago that I can't remember it. We must have been too small.
Yeah, probably. And our parents don't really know each other all well, so they probably didn't notice it, or didn't notice us.
But they probably know how we met anyway. We could have become best friends without them knowing how.
Well then, let's ask them. Otherwise we won't know what to tell our kids when they ask how we met.
Well, let's maybe try not to have kids yet. I don't feel ready to be a dad.
Just kidding. Well, I do really want to have kids with you someday.
I know, but I'm sure you'll make a great mom.